Cal's from Cal's Crafts. Welcome back if you've been before, and hi if this is your first time. This is my whip and chat for the week. I've got my candle lit. This is the one that Jessie, I don't know, you can't see the elephant? Jessie made me this candle, and my hippo, because they're my two favourite animals. So she put an elephant one side, hippo is what she made me last year. So I thought we'd have that on special today. So I'm still on my Randall Spangle afternoon tea, but it doesn't matter, does it? Every drill is one drill extra, so they say. So I've got all my trays, whatever trays I decide to use. I've got me drills that are in packets in there, so I'll take them out. And my pups. Pups is on the camel saddle, and your pups is on the sit with Mama. You want to do a whip and chat with Mama? Yeah. Got a cup of juice, some way. She says, "Who are you talking to, Mama?" I'm talking to the people in the camera. I'm talking to the people in the camera. She's looking at me as if I've gone absolutely stark craving potty. Is your mum a bit crazy, pups? Is she? I'll look for that one. Number 34. Is that in the case? I've got my Harbour Freight as well. Do you want to go out now? She wants to go out. She thinks her mum's gone crazy. Do you want to go out? She says, "Yes, Mummy, you're talking to somebody else." Go on then, go to Daddy. She's going to go to her dad. Do you think I'm potty sat here talking to myself? So no, because I'm talking to you lot. So we want 976. Cause the only thing with these bags is I didn't think 977. I haven't got it written on the bag, on the, you know, I haven't got a sticker on the bag. So you literally have to go through. That's what I'm doing. I should show you really, shouldn't I? That's what I'm doing. Afternoon tea. It'll probably be the last bag I pick up on it. Is that 976? 976. I lied. So how's everybody's week going? Yeah, is it going okay? You've been busy? You all ready for Christmas? Or holidays or whatever you decide to call it? Are we ready? No, we are. Nowhere near ready, and I don't really care either. What will be, will be. I said to Grant, whatever I get done will be done. If it's not done, it's not done. I'm not worrying about it. Usually I'd be flapping, you know, oh, I need to get this, I need to get that. No. Not today. Not this week. Not this year. I said, what will be, will be. I have got the meat though. Got me five bird. I have from Aldi's, so because everybody likes that. I don't like turkey on its own. I find it I always seem to make it a bit dry when I cook it. It's never that nice. It's all right, but you only see, even if you have a turkey crown, you seem to have turkey forever. So with a 5 bird, it's really nice. It's just enough for all of us to have a couple of pieces each. And maybe a little bit left over for a picky tea. But yeah, I said to Grant I'll get the fresh veg on Christmas Eve probably. I think my dad's bringing some Brussels sprouts out of his garden. He said he's got some nice Brussels sprouts there left. So he's going to bring them. So I said that's great. But because I got a small fridge, I said to Grant, because it's cold, what I usually do is buy it. If I buy it on a Tuesday, I'll put it in the shed. And the extra milk that I buy, I put that out in the shed because it's cold. It'll keep it cold because my fridge is so small. Like in the door you can fit in probably 2 small cartons of milk and that'd be it. And it's got 3 little shelves inside Oops. My computer, I don't want it to go off because it will, oops, sorry. My light pad will go off if the computer goes off, and I don't want that because I cannot see without that. Even though I've got my new glasses on. I could see, but it just strains my eyes, and I don't want to strain my eyes, so I don't know why that's sticking. Shouldn't do. It's on the right way. But just playing up a little bit. So what we're going to talk about today. Oh, my floss. I deleted, no, what was I doing? No, I wasn't deleting it. I went on to do something on Studio on not Amazon, on YouTube, and brought my floss tube up, and it had the thumbnails that it wanted to put up, not the one I put up. Oh my God, I could win a gurning competition. The faces that it captured were a joke, honest to God, they were so funny. I am pulling all kinds of faces. The 3 pictures that it takes for you, yeah, my face looked that contorted, honest to goodness. I did make me chuckle though, so I thought, thank goodness you can put your own thumbnail in if you want to, because I couldn't use any of them. They were so bad, really bad. I don't think I've ever really had a good thumbnail. Very rare that it's ever taken a picture that I'd say that's a good thumbnail. They've always been pretty naff. I don't take good pictures, never have. Does anybody else find that the thumbnails they choose for you are with you putting all sorts of faces? You know, even your lives, when you take a picture for your live, you always seem to miss when it takes a photo. It's always at a funny angle, or or they miss half your face off, or you have to excuse me, my throat, I don't know what's wrong with it. Been strange all day today. My voice keeps coming and going, and then it's okay for a while and it goes again. And I haven't been doing too much talking. I've been quite quiet. So maybe that's the problem. I've been too quiet. We went to Hereford this morning, which is the nearest city, which is about an hour away. We left here at 7, got there for just 8:05. Went and had a Costas and some toast. And I just wanted to hit Primark, Superdrug. I wanted to go to the 3 shop. Where was the other shop we wanted to go to? Oh, Debenhams, and then Next. So we hit them, and that was it. 11 o'clock, ready to come home. So we headed for home. I didn't get what I wanted, but it didn't matter. I wasn't in the mood to look around shops. All these queuing outside the shops waiting to go in. I can't be doing it. It was pouring with rain. We were wet. So let's just go home. I said, if I haven't got it, well, people just have to understand. So we headed for home, 11 o'clock, so we'd been there like 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 hours. Got halfway home, because it'd been pouring down with rain. The roads were all flooded, weren't they? So we had to do a diversion then, which only really put probably 5 minutes on our journey, so we'd never been that way before. But we sort of had an idea which way to go, so we thought, well, let's risk it for a biscuit. We thought it's heading in the right direction for the other main road, so that's what we did. And we actually guessed right for a change. 977, that was over here somewhere, wasn't it? Is that it? 977, yeah. Yeah, so we got home about 12:10, so it wasn't too bad, to be fair. But yeah, I didn't want there's loads of people about. They've got the city centre pretty much thing. They've got like barriers down the middle of the pavement, so you know, one way, you walked one way side and forward, and then when you returned you'd walk the other side, if you know what I mean. So it was well done that way. Grant's busy gold leafing a spoon at the moment. Decided he wants to gold leaf one of his spoons to see what it looks like. And then some other ones he's had them in iron and vinegar to see what it turns the wood like. So my kitchen stinks of vinegar and iron at the moment. Not the best smell, but he's a crafter. He says he thinks he found one craft he can't do, and that's gold leafing. Because he's got no patience. He does lose his patience. He wants it done there and then and really quickly, and you've got to take your time with stuff like that. So I don't know what it's turned out like. He's gone out in the front room to finish it off while I do this. He said he'd leave me to it. So he went to 3 Shop this morning because he wants to upgrade his phone. He wants the P40 Plus, but because of the camera, because he takes so many photos, you know, of his work, he wants a good camera. But the only thing is now, because of all that's going on with the world, that we won't support Google. Yeah, so that means no Facebook, no Instagram, no Facebook, no Google, no Instagram, and quite a lot of the other apps. No banking. What was the other thing? Something else as well. So he's been in deciding what he's going to do. But the shop in Hereford, they weren't very helpful. So when he come home, I said phone them, and the lady he spoke to on the phone was very helpful. So I think he sorted something out now, and hopefully she's going to ring him back Tuesday, confirmation, because he wants it delivered Christmas Eve, because we won't be here. That's the only day we're here. So she said she'll ring him back Tuesday and confirm for delivery, put it through the system for delivery then on Christmas Eve. So he'll be playing with that then and upgrading that. So I said at least he got it sorted now, so he's happy. Trouble with Grant, when he wants something, he wants it there and then. He's not good at waiting. He doesn't do waiting, doesn't do queues, doesn't do waiting. Whereas I'm quite patient. As I get older though, I must admit my patience are going a little bit. You know, I'm not as patient as I used to be. I think I'm patient if it's justified, but if somebody's dawdling, then I do get in a fret. I bought the cats 2 toys yesterday. Well, I promised Jessie to get him a stick with a mouse or something on the string, because she was using a stick with a piece of string on for the cat. So I said I'll buy you a proper one for him. If they got some in bargain buys, and one for Christmas for him for you to wrap up. So we bought one for the cats. But before that, as I said, she had it on a string. Now the black and white one plays with it non-stop. Loves it. The one we call Fatty McGee, Ellie, because she's built like a mama, well built. She is so lazy. Honest to God, she is so lazy. Jessie was flinging it around her head everywhere. And would she move? Nope. She wouldn't move. She wouldn't go after it. She wouldn't look at it. She just kept looking at Jessie as if to say, why would I chase that? I'm not moving myself. So when they had this mouse yesterday, I didn't think she would chase after the mouse. But Molly was a bit apprehensive to start with, because she was like, oh my God, it's a mouse. But once she sniffed it and realised it was a toy, she was away. And Ellie, she did follow it a little bit, this mouse on the string. But Millie had to, because Millie had it then, Millie had to just hold it while Ellie got on her back and then kicked it with her paws because she wasn't going to chase it, but she wanted to play with it. So she was just lay on her side, kicking her paws at it. You know when they do that kangaroo kick at you? Yeah. She's so lazy, it's unreal. Molly will run up and down the hallway, up and down the stairs with you with it. No, Ellie's like, no, why would I do that? That's taking up too much energy. I ain't going to do that. So no. And Lily just looks at them as if they're barking mad. She sniffed it and said, nope, I only chase my ball. That's all I'm going to chase. I'm not going to chase that. And for you that asked, Lily is... She did have a nasty turn again at the weekend. Well, was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. She wasn't very well again, and Monday. So she spoke to the vets again. So they've changed her food back because we thought we could give her low-fat, whole grain food with natural carrots and vegetables and stuff in. But nope. She can only have now the low-fat ID food, which she ain't very happy about. But I can't say it's made her any better, and I can't say it's made her any worse. She's not right by a long, long way. But I said to Grant, maybe it'll take her a while to, there's one there, you know, to adjust again. I just want one of those, come here. So I said it's just a waiting game. So the vet said, you know, just got to keep an eye on her every day, and a lot of cleaning up to do outside, but hey ho, that's what you do, isn't it, when you love your dog or any animal. So yeah, but she's plenty of loving. She is, so yeah. Yeah, kids have been doing visual learning all week, but now they've finished school, so they're like, yip, 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 yip. So they're all happy chappies, and they've been told not to worry about school or anything now, just to switch off till they go back. So that's what they're going to do, I think. So they're all chilling out. Millie's painting a picture for a friend of hers. She her friend Harvey, she goes to sits and they take it in turns because he has to travel home, but he can't get the bus till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So they take it in turns just to be with him. If it's our turn, he comes here, and then Millie will go to the bus station with him and sit there until he gets, because he's quite nervous because there's some weird people about. Or I'll take him in the car and we'll sit there. But so she's drawing him a picture of her and him sat at the bus station as a Christmas present. I thought it was really sweet, and she's so clever. And she's made air clay. What's the one? One friend has bean melts or something they called, or like a pastry with beans in them, baked beans in them or something, that she eats all the time. So she made her one, and another friend likes ducks, so she made her a little duck charm, and another friend loves sheep, so she made her a sheep charm. And they're so sweet. They're only little tiny little charms, but oh gosh, they're so cute. She's so clever. I said to Millie, they'll love them. So she's in the front room at the moment finishing the picture for Harvey, which is nice. Jessie, I think, is upstairs talking. No, Jessie's out. I tell a lie. Jessie's gone to meet one of her friends uptown. So when we got back, she said, could she go up and meet her friend Nicoletta? So I said, yeah. I said, it gets you out of the house for a while. That's fine. Even though we've been to town, the city this morning, but it's better than sitting playing games all day. So she's gone, so it's quite quiet here. Josh has been out horse riding again this morning. His granddad paid for a lesson for him for his Christmas present, because it's £30 for half an hour. Yeah, £30 for half an hour. But it was, I think it was it £20 something? Was it £22.50 if he went with a group? You know, he joined a group. or £30. Well, Joshua, because of dyslexia and DCD, he needs one-to-one to be able to concentrate, and that he can't. He's like me, I'm like that. So we paid the extra, and she said he has come on. She can't believe how quick he's picked everything up. He's already jumping over small jumps on the third lesson. Well, he did one, I think, on his first, and he jumped 2 fences on his second lesson. And last week he was jumping over quite a few, only low ones, but he was still jumping. I said, that scared the pants off me. But yeah, so his granddad said he'd pay for another one for his Christmas present, because he didn't know what to get him. So he did that. So he went horse riding this morning. He's back up in his room. He's probably gone back to sleep, because at the moment he seems to be up all night talking to his friends, because he's made a few in America, when they did the exchange and things, and went to New York and whatever they were talking to. And we've got a couple of friends as well, and he talks to them, I think, as well. So he's awake most of the night and then sleeps most of the day. And I can't say, because I did say to him, Mum, what are you doing? He said, what else am I supposed to do? Tell me what else I'm supposed to do. Can't go anywhere, not allowed to do much. And I thought, yeah, he's nearly 19, stuck in his room. So yeah, if he wants to be up all day, up all night, sleeping all day, that's up to him. You know, he feeds himself, so I can't say anything. You know, he looks after himself, so I can't say a thing. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah, I found Millie's doctor. Well, I made an appointment for Millie's doctor, but now you can only do what's it called? Telephone calls. So that was Tuesday. So I had to explain all that was going on. Millie was here as well, and I said, you know, about the bones in her feet. There's some more bone growth. So she said, I can see on the letter that they said there was slight bone growth on the 1 foot, and that if it became a problem, to let them know. And I said, well, it is a problem now, because her feet are hurting more and more as each week goes on. And I said she needs them looked at now. And I said, and the other thing is, she's feeling sick all the time. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a bit longer, that she's feeling sick all the time, on and off. And now it's starting when she's eating as well. So I said, something's going off. So she said, I have to ask. I don't know how to quite put this, because Millie's 15. And I said, I know what you're going to ask. She said, do you? I said, you're going to ask if she's pregnant. She said, oh yeah, I didn't know quite how to word it. Millie's horrified, like. She's been asked it before when she's been in hospital. I said, no chance of that. I said, she never leaves the bloody house, I said. She goes to school, home, that's it. Millie's a homebody. Likes to be home where she's safe and sound, and her happiest is being at home. And she said, oh, that's fine. So she said, I think we better do some bloods. She said, we'll do bloods Thursday. So I said, yeah, okay. So she said, does she need cream? Billy heard that, but yes, I do. She said, I'm not having them without cream. I'm going to have cream. She said, I'm going to have cream. I can't. She said, I can't have it. I said, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I said, you know, if you want the cream on your arm, that's what we'll do. So put it on about an hour and a half before she had to go. And she was so worked up. Oh, she was so scared, because when she was little, she was so ill. She became really dehydrated, and they had to rush her into hospital. And she was poorly, bless her. And they couldn't, because she was so dehydrated, they couldn't find a vein. And they were trying, good half an hour, 40 minutes, poking and prodding her. I mean, she was only little, bless her. And in the end, they had to get one of the top consultants, and he had to use a light under her hand and stuff, and he did eventually get one in. But she can't, even though she had the cream, but the trauma that, because they were having to wiggle the needle as it was going in, because we found out since, the difficulty is her veins in her hand, they're winky wonky, a bit like her mother. But when she went for operations, the anaesthetist said when it goes in, it can't, because the needle thing can't go around a corner. He said you can't get in, so you have to do it up here. But they did it, I think, in her arm for the anaesthetist. He said, but that's the reason why they couldn't do it. So of course she's got this vision in her mind. So he goes to the doctor. She's getting worked up. They're behind, of course. It's only like before, I think you could probably fit 50, 60 people in the waiting room. Now it's 8 because it's that spread out. And you're only allowed in there if you've got an appointment, like. So she's sat one end, I'm sat the other, 2 metre distance, even though we're from the same family and going to go into the room on our side. But they eventually come in, and it was, I can't remember the lady's name. But she said, oh, usually we should be Heather. She said, but I'm doing it because Heather's running behind. You all right with that? And then he said, oh, I don't know Heather, so yeah. She said, well, I specialise in young children normally. So I said to Millie, oh, she'll be good then, because she's used to, small veins. So he explained to her how Millie was feeling and whatever. She was brilliant. She said, well, I'll lie you on the bed. She said, because when you're frightened, she said, all the blood goes to the middle of your body. And she said, it's really hard to get blood out. So she said, I'm going to lie you on the bed. What a good job she did, because she lay Millie on the bed and she brought all the stuff over. She didn't show Millie it. She explained exactly what she was doing when she was doing it. But I've never seen anything like it. Her arms and her face, you could see, it was like, well, I don't know, it was like a pattern. Like you see this here, where the light is on here. It was like that, but you could see all the red veins and everything. It came all to the surface. And it was like, well, I say, all these veins you could see. And I said to the nurse, I said, oh my God, what the hell is that? I said, I've never seen anything like it. And she said, it's the flight or fear, whatever that saying is. She said, it's the body's going into complete and utter fear. She said, she's that terrified. She said, that's what happens. So, of course, the nurse then, she was brilliant. She calmed Millie back down again then. Kept her calm. I think they were talking about belly piercings and something, because Millie's got piercings in her ears. And she said, if you've got piercings, you'll be fine. And they were talking about belly piercings. And then in between talking, she'd say, right, I've got this here, and I'm going to put the band around your arm. And then she'd have another chat to her, and then she'd do the next bit. And before you know it, she says, right, I'm going to put the needle in. And as soon as she said, I'm going to put the needle in, she put it in. And it was over. Millie said, oh, it wasn't too bad. I said, there you go then. I said, so next time, I said, you probably won't need the numbing cream, because I said, it doesn't hurt. I said, it's just, you just worry about it more. I said, the worry, the not knowing, and the worry is worse than the actual having the bloods. So we've got to wait a week now. And she had to do a wee sample, which she was horrified at that as well. She thought that was awful. So they said we'd get the results in about a week, I think. That's a cat scratching at the door, and I'm not letting her in, because she'll come in and then she'll want to scratch to go back out again. They know I'm in here because the door's shut. They're like, yeah, she's in there. We'll get her to give us sweets and treats and things. Nope. And I never do. The kids do. So I don't know why they think I'm going to give it them. I'm a meanie. Millie says, you're a meanie, Mama. You don't give them. I said, nope. Because I said, otherwise they're begging for it all the time. Well, they're still begging it for it most of the time. I said, but if I gave in, I did non-stop all day. Yeah, so what else is that on? Tuesday then. After this phone call, we had to go. Me and my dad meet one of Jacqueline's carers, and then we had to go to the funeral parlour because we had to arrange her, what's it called? Funeral plan. That's it, because if they're in care, you have to have a funeral plan in place, and the house that Jacqueline's in. So we went to the funeral parlour then to get that sorted, me, my dad and Chris. What a thing that is. That's an eye-opener and a half, that is. We sorted what plan she should have, which is only for the funeral, not to be buried or cremated, just for the coffin, for them to pick it up, to take the body to the church, and then take the body to wherever you know, final resting place, whichever. Just for that, £3,800, and she pays so much a month. My dad's given some towards it, and then she'll pay out of her money, will go towards that. Right. Then she says, then you have to pay, if you're going to bury, you need to pay for the plot of land that you're going to get buried in. So she said, if you book the plot, that's about £1,400 and something. And like we were just looking. Then you have to pay £250, somewhere around about there, for the admin, for doing that, for booking this plot. What the hell they do with the admin for 250 quid, I don't know. Then you'd have to pay between £800 and £900 to have the grave dug and then filled in on top. So you're talking for the whole funeral, just over £6,000, and that's a cheaper version. You go a hell of a lot dearer, but that's, yeah, that's pretty much the basic. The only difference between the basic and that, I think the basic was about £200 cheaper. No, £500 cheaper, because it was 3,300. What's the undertaker doesn't, if you died in the night, the undertaker wouldn't come for the body till 9 in the morning, because it would, with the one plan that was 3,300, everything was the same, apart from the fact that the undertaker would come whatever the time of day. The cheaper one, well, they'd only come between 9 and 5. My dad was like, well, no, I'd want, you know, them to come for her. So it was like, but it was horrible. Oh my God, it was so horrible. By the time we come, and then Dad wants her buried in their local chapel. I mean, Jacqueline might live for another 40 years. I know she's had cancer, but she might not. I mean, she can't eat and drink much for herself anymore. She has to have this thickener and stuff in it. She doesn't communicate really anymore at all, but she could still live, you know. And this chapel doesn't know whether it's going to be open. And I said to Dad, that's no good, because I said, I don't know, disrespect to your mum, but you're not going to be around probably. I said, you know, so I said, if it closes, what do we do? You know, and it's got to be put into place now on the funeral plan. So then he said, oh, I don't know, I want her there. So I got him to agree that first choice that she would be buried there, but if it closes or whatever, then she would go to the local cemetery near me. But the only thing is, you can't guarantee unless you buy the plot. But you don't want to buy the plot if she could get buried where he wants her to be buried. So it's bloody... I came from there, honest to God, my head was banging. I felt sick. I said to Grant, I feel like I've been run over by a bus. Oh, it was awful, but it's sorted. We've got the majority of it sorted, so that was done. I tell you, you don't realise all half of what you've got to sort out until they're in care and stuff. So I said, at least that's sorted. So I said, do we have to sort Mum's out? But that's pretty much sorted anyway. So I said, that's all right then. So that was that done. Then we got to see my mum on Thursday, me and my dad, for half an hour. She looks really well. She's lost quite a lot of weight, but she was a big lady anyway, so she looks really well for it. And they said she's eating a bit better now and drinking. She did recognise my dad a couple of times. She said, oh, that's my man. And then she was doing sign language, because she used to do sign language with my sister when she was little. And she was... Dad says, Dad's hopeless. He said, well, what's she saying? She's saying she loves you and you have her heart and she has your heart. And she, oh bless her, she did say to him, which really upset him, she said, you haven't got another woman, have you? That's not why you're not coming. Oh, bless him. So we had to explain to her about the virus. She said, but is it real? And Serena, her carer, said, well, yes, Betty, that's why we're all wearing the masks. So we showed her our masks because we didn't have to wear them because we were in the pod. So we weren't actually in the same room as her. It was all intercom with a glass window thing. So we had about half an hour with her. And then they have to go because then they got the next visit because they're only allowed certain times a day to do the visits. Oh, bless her. And then she was crying and begging us not to leave her. She's, oh, God, me and my dad held it together. And then it was just we were both in pieces, like. And we said, we'll come as soon as we're allowed to come again. We'll come again. She said, but don't leave me. Oh, it was awful. Making me well up thinking about it now. And I held Dad's hand and Serena took her out and got her settled. And I said to my dad, what you've got to take away is the fact that she is being so well looked after. They had their Christmas party for her to look forward to that afternoon. I said, you know, she's well kept. Her clothes are immaculate. You know, you can look through her bedroom window. We can see her bedroom, so we know exactly what it's like. We know you can talk to other people that've got relatives in there and have been in there, you know, they've had relatives in there before COVID. So they know what it's like. So that helped. So I said, you know, she's entertained all the time. She's looked after. She's got 24-hour nursing care. I said, you know, so that's what we've got to take away from it. So we went and got ourselves a Subway and a cup of coffee because we stopped at a garden centre last time and it was disgusting. So we said, let's just go simple. Let's just go to Subway's, grab a takeaway coffee and a sandwich and go in a lay-by. So we sat in a lay-by and ate that and got ourselves together. But yeah. So they're going to see if they can get him in. It won't be on the system, but write it in the book that try and get him to see her maybe Boxing Day or the day after Boxing Day. I said, I won't be able to go. But I said he's to go because I said he can come to me all over Christmas as much or as little as he wants. And he said, oh, well, what happens if I don't want to come? I said, you don't come. I said, you just come and go as you please. I said, you know, we'll work it like that. So that's how we've left it now. So we dropped my mum's presents off to her. They hadn't unwrapped the penguins. I said, will you please unwrap it? I said, I told the other lady on the phone to unwrap it. I said, else she won't be able to have it hung up for long. I said, because it's a Christmas picture. So hopefully they went and unwrapped it and put it on the wall for her to see. But I know they're busy, but I suppose she could look at it all year round. It doesn't matter if she wanted to. So that was that yesterday. I had to go to the bank yesterday. I don't know if anybody else has this problem. But because there's only 2 allowed in the bank at a time, so everybody else has to queue outside. Well, the British weather, especially the Welsh weather, is rain, rain, heavy rain, torrential rain or rain. Well, yesterday it was torrential rain. Like somebody had got a hose pipe on full blast. And I had a cheque to play in because my Auntie Marg had sent a cheque for the kids. And so she said, will you put it in and then give them the cash? I said, yeah. So I went to queue. Well, within 5 minutes I was dripping. It was 10 deep. And I was the 10th person. So I waited 5 minutes and it wasn't shifting. I thought, I ain't going to do this. And then I remembered I've got banking app on my phone. So I thought, wonder if you can pay a cheque in now on the phone. So I went back to the car, sat in the car, put my mobile data on. By God, you can. And it was so simple. You literally just take a photo of the cheque, front and back, say what part of your account, which account, and, you know, and all that malarkey and all the security coding and all that. And once you've done that, that's it. And then they say keep hold of the cheque just in case there's a problem. Write on your cheque, you know, for your records, when you paid it in. I had a look last night and it was on my account, not cleared because you've got to still wait for it to be cleared. But it was there, so I thought I'm going to do that. I said to Grant, do that from now on. I said, I'm not queuing. It was awful. Everybody was soaking wet. It was the type of rain that just went straight through your coat. But I said, it's done now. So I gave Joshua his money because I think he wanted it to put petrol in the car. Well, diesel in his car. So he could go and see his mates. So I said, that's up to you what you use the Christmas money for. Your Auntie Marg told you that. So he had his, but I said the girls are going to have theirs. They want theirs next week because we're going off to Chester, a big huge city, to meet Grant's dad, I think, as well there. The kids like that. Millie's having a piercing. She's booked in for her birthday piercing. The last 3 years she's booked in there to have a different piercing every time she's gone. So she's booked it in and told them what she wants. So I said, we'll go and do that. So we'll leave you about 6 in the morning. And we'll get there about 8 because it's 2 hours away. Every proper good city, you know, big city is about 2 hours away from us. So we'll go early, do that Wednesday. She'll have her birthday treat because it's her birthday Monday. So she'll be happy because I said to her, what do you want? And she says, can I have what I usually have, a piercing? Yep, that's fine. Because it is hard to buy stuff for her with her birthday being so near Christmas. You know, but so that makes it easier on me if she has a piercing because that's about 30 something odd quid. And I bought her a couple of, you know, big bar of chocolate and this tubey thing that is a pussy cat and it put it on your creams or something. I don't know what it is. This little tool thing she wanted for a makeup thing, so I've got that. Oh, that one's upside down. Go away. So did that. So that's next week, next Wednesday. So we'll do that. I think that's about it. I think that's all that's happened this week. It's been non-stop though, between seeing to the dog, their kids, my dad, my sister, my mum, and myself. It's been hard going because I'm not sleeping, which don't help. Blood pressure's up, which shouldn't be because I'm on blood pressure tablets, but I got form of tachycardia, so my pulse rate is racing even though I've got tablets to stop it. It's still up and down. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot else. I did my project bags this week, which you would have seen in floss tube, which I like, so I'm going to do some more of those because I find them relaxing. I did about, was it 900 stitches on my cross stitch in different projects, which is a lot for me. It might not sound a lot, but it is a lot for me. And as I said, I finished that section over there last week. So hopefully I might finish this section this week. If not today, I'll do it in my live tomorrow. Then I might finish it then when Christmas Eve or Christmas Day with all the premieres, because don't forget next week's all the premieres are on. 47 of us creators. There is a playlist. I must put it in my community tab so everybody can get it, and I will try and put it, if I can, link it into the actual premiere video so you can have all the, so if you're at a loose end or on your own, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, there will be 47 premiere videos going up of different creators, and you'll be able to chat in every one of them. So there'll be somebody to have a chat with. No matter where you are in the world, what time of day or night it is, there will be somebody about to have a chat to. I think mine goes up at 12 Greenwich Mean Time, and I will be on mine, and I will try and get in as many as I can, because I know the kids' Christmas Day will be on the new games they got for their game systems and talking to their friends. Grant will probably be doing his bits and pieces. So that's what I'll do, is probably get this out and chat to you lot. So I don't know how I'm going to do floss tube next week or a whip and chat, because I'll probably do my whip and chat. I might do my floss tube on Wednesday just for next week, so it'll go up Christmas Eve. If I can't do it Christmas Eve, then I'll give it a miss for a week, and then I'll probably still do my whip and chat Christmas Eve. So and then if people want to watch it after Christmas, there'll be something there for them to watch after all the premieres, and I won't have to worry either about doing it. I have got the new Colour in Heaven magazine to open, so I'll probably do that Monday. I am waiting for a diamond painting to come in, but I don't know whether that will come in or not. So it'll definitely be a video, I should think, Monday, if everybody's not ill, because it's Millie's birthday. Tuesday, I don't know, I've got to go and see Grant's sister. Wednesday we're going to Chester, but I might do a late floss tube Wednesday night, and then which will be Wednesday late afternoon for people in America. And that's about all I've got planned. I want to do a bit more on my cross stitch. I don't know whether I'm going to start the dark green here or not in the face. I think I need to be in the right frame of mind to tackle that, because I don't want to mess it up. So I might just stick at there's a bit of dirt there. I might just stick at Pandemic and what's the other one do? Oh, and the Red Gnome. But I'm just going to see how I go. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself, I think. I'm just going to go with the flow, as they say. Because I think you put pressure on yourself, that's when it goes all pear-shaped. Well, it does with me. If I say I'm going to do this, this and this, you can guarantee something will happen and it all goes pear-shaped and nothing gets done. So if it gets done, it's a bonus, isn't it? That's why I'm looking at it. So I don't think I've got anything else to tell you guys. If you've got any news of your own, pop it down below in the comments. I'd love to hear about whatever you're up to or gonna do or been doing. So if you haven't subscribed and you fancy staying and listening to what's been happening in the Withington household and all about me crafts and what crafts I do when I'm doing them and load stuff up, I'd love to have you. And there's a notification button by the side which will tell you when I go live, which is on the Sunday, and we do have a laugh on a Sunday. And also tell you when I put up a video, which is a few times a week usually. Whip and Chat Saturday, Floss Tube Friday, and then whatever I feel like, craft I feel like doing in the week. So next week will be a little bit different, but not much. If you want to chat, all my social media is down below. And my Happy Mail down below, my Patreon down below. If you want to support the channel in any way, I would be eternally grateful. But you don't have to. You don't have to at all. But if you just want to leave a comment in the comment section, I always get back to everybody without fail. So I'm going to love you and leave you, because I usually say about 45 to 50 minutes is long enough. So with that said, look after yourselves, take care, and most importantly, stay safe. Love you all. Bye.